What's going on, Sports Wars? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost and GeeksGamers.com, and Stephen A. Smith is no stranger to getting absolutely destroyed for his garbage takes on sports. And the one that he has today on Shohei Ohtani is getting raked over the coals by so many people. But it's not nearly as bad as it would be if this comment was made by someone that wasn't Stephen A. Smith of ESPN, because so many of his colleagues have been absolutely silent about it, when you know damn well if it was a white dude who worked for a different company, they would be all over him. Stephen A. Smith put out a take on Shohei Ohtani, one of the best players in Major League Baseball and one of the most incredible stories of the 2021 MLB season. He put out a take that would have a lot of people triggered if it had been said by someone else. ESPN bloviator Stephen A. Smith fired up the Shohei Ohtani hot take machine and landed on a wild take Monday morning when he explained that Major League Baseball has a real problem on its hands because the, quote, number one dude needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying in this country. And there are nuanced takes on this entire take as well, but the way that he portrayed it and the way that he said it, you know damn well if it had been someone else who said something like this, or if he had been talking about Latino players instead of an Asian player, there would be a very, very big difference. Now, if you're not super familiar with who Shohei Ohtani is, really briefly, because I know not everybody follows baseball, that's why we don't do too much of it here on the channel, even though I'm a massive fan. Shohei Ohtani plays for the Angels. He is a two-way player. He hits nearly every day, and he also pitches for them. This dude is going to be the starting pitcher for the American League All-Star team. He's also leading the league in home runs and will compete in the home run derby, and he's going to be leading off for the American League All-Star team. As Jeff Passan puts it, Angel star Shohei Ohtani will be the American League All-Star team starting pitcher and bat leadoff as designated hitter less than 24 hours after competing in the home run derby as the number one seed. He is a absolutely phenomenal player. We have not seen things like this, a two-way player like this, in a long time. People compare him to a modern-day Babe Ruth, except honestly, he may end up being a better pitcher when it's all said and done. He could end up being a better hitter when it's all said and done. I know that's extreme, but this is the kind of talent level we're talking about. Stephen A. Smith says that he thinks it's bad for baseball that the number one draw in Shohei Ohtani isn't a native English speaker. Let's listen to the take from Stephen A. himself.
And I understand that baseball is an international sport itself in terms of participation. But when you talk about an audience gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, okay, I don't think it helps that the number one face is a dude that needs an interpreter so you can understand what the hell he's saying in this country. And that's what I'm trying to say.
Imagine if it had been a white dude that said something like that about a Latino player. Imagine the reaction that everyone would have. But because it's Stephen A., and because he's talking about an Asian person, the same kind of backlash isn't there. Now, there are mad people. There are very, very mad people that are pointing this out about how absolutely ludicrous this is. Stephen A. Smith said Ohtani's bad for baseball because he needs an interpreter. Hope Shohei Ohtani wins the home run derby, takes a post-event interview, and tells Stephen A. to fuck off in Japanese. A lot of people are roasting him, right? Stephen A. Smith saying Shohei Ohtani responsible for the 10 highest viewed regular season games this year in what will likely be the most watched home run derby ever shouldn't be considered a face of baseball because he needs an interpreter. Kindly piss off. You know, and like is pointed out here, you would have, imagine if Curt Schilling said it. You'd have the Sarah Spains of the world. You would have all these other people at ESPN. Katie Nolan, Maria Taylor, Rachel Nichols, Stan Verrett, Elle Duncan, Dominique Foxworth. None of them have said anything. Even though you know, if it had been a comment about a Latino player who they speak very broken English. I watch a lot of baseball. A lot of their stars speak broken English. That's just how it is. But because it's Ohtani, that's a problem. Especially when you listen to Shohei Ohtani speak. It's true that he does have an interpreter. He's not a native English speaker. He's only been here for a few years. But listen to his attempts at speaking English. Listen to Shohei Ohtani.
Thank you. First off, I want to say what an honor it is to share this stage with so many great players. Congratulations to you all.
Right, so, and that's obviously not perfect English. It's better. It's better than some of the Latin-born players that could be held up there as the face of the league, to be sure. But no, it's not perfect. You have Ichiro Suzuki, who had an interpreter essentially his entire time. He was a massive, massive star, not just in Asia, not just in Japan, in baseball. He was a massive star in baseball. So I don't necessarily disagree with the sentiments that maybe by someone who's not speaking perfect English that you could lose a portion of the fan base, but having no sense of history when it comes to baseball and these previous players who have been there, having no understanding of so many of the rest of your league that doesn't speak perfect English or English is a second language, he's getting roasted rightfully so because Shohei Ohtani is a massive draw for a lot of people. Baseball in general has been struggling to kind of find what way they want to go, what direction they want to go to try to capture more people. But I think that having a dude who is putting up ridiculous historic numbers is a good thing for baseball, regardless of whether he can speak perfect English or not. And Stephen A. Smith is getting raked over the coals, but not as hard as he should be, because so many of his colleagues are protecting him because of who Stephen A. Smith is and the company that he works for. What do you guys think about this? I want to know your thoughts on Stephen A. Smith, the things he said, if he should get more blowback for this, and also just in general about his point in general. Do you think that Shohei Ohtani is good for baseball doing these things regardless of the fact that he needs an interpreter? Let me know in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.